We have Mr. Herman Belmar with us today. He'll be discussing the new road being built in the Hope community and other issues concerning Beckway.
Largely, these lands were sold um, during the Sir James Mitchell NDP administration in the late 1990s to citizens of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And there are people who have paid for their lands and had their deeds and receipts since as late as 2001. And there's no way that they can get to these lands at all because it's just under the original forest cover. And I discovered recently that there was approximately 880 feet of road in order to get to some of these lands that is necessary. And in discussions with Kelly Glass, he has volunteered to allow us the use of his tractor or his big excavator to assist the citizens in having access to their property. So we are now trying to clear this road, which, like I said earlier, is approximately 880 feet of road before people can get to some of the prime housing areas that they paid for over 15 years ago. This is going to be a real boost to these persons because we are now seeing that they would have what can be considered dead property now coming to life by having access. We will not be able to pave these roads immediately, but by taking out the trees and removing the topsoil and stabilizing it with some rock, we'll be able to have access by vehicles, trucks and other heavy equipment can come in to help with the building construction. So we're now opening up for development once again. I would like to express my deep gratitude also to Kelly Glass and his company for offering us this service on behalf of the people. I want to say here that a number of persons have been asking and calling on the radio and even at the parliamentary level. Questions have been asked repeatedly about what's happening at Bluff and the fearfulness. People get really nervous about seeing the road surface breaking at Bluff. What is happening in reality is that the retaining wall has been there since the early 60s. When I was going to primary school, that wall was there. And unfortunately, somebody lit a fire at the base of the wall, which destroyed all the cactus. And with the heavy rains we've had over the last couple of years, and then drought, and then rain, and then drought, the erosion problem increased. So the footings of the wall are completely washed out and the wall is tumbling outwards towards the sea. Now that wall, that base material also is undermining. It's almost sitting, the road is almost sitting on an undermine or a cave. The fear is that that cave could likely collapse and there could be a loss of the entire road work. Now, none of us want to see that happen. So within recent times, we've had several engineers and engineering companies. I know at least 3 companies have submitted tenders for the realignment and construction of that Padgefam Bluff Road area. So the documents are now being assessed through the physical planning unit and the planning division. I am not sure when or who the tender would go to, but I know companies have been expressing their interest in the realignment of that road. So the thing is that entire surface between the Cozier's Corner and likely where Kelly Glass himself lives right now, that entire section of road may well have to move inland to get away from the coastal area, or it may have to take another route over the top of the hill. So the cost factor is another thing that has to be taken into consideration as we move forward. So there's something in the making for that road, changes on that road, and we all are hoping that it will be done relatively soon. Well, I want to say that the people of Paddy Farm should be patient. I can't say they must be, but they should be patient. Things would happen on their behalf. And Kelly has done other things for the people of Paddy Farm which has more direct benefit than this road right now. I speak directly to the entire road that leads up to the water tank that we built in Paddy Farm, the desalination tank in Paddy Farm. And that is probably close to 1,500 feet of road. That road was done also with the volunteer effort of Kelly and his equipment. And now the people of that entire area, Derrick Hill, Broad Road, now have access to their houses, which they never had in their lifetime. They're now able to drive to their houses, they're now able to take building material, and God forbid, even the dead can drive from there to the cemetery if they want to, using that access road. We have had him do another road over in Jelliso, just next to the huge stone quarry that was done as part of the airport development. Lands were sold in there and there were no access to those lands either. And with the effort of Kelly Glass, I was able to persuade him to lend us his equipment, and he also cut the road to houses in that area. So they've had their portion, and there are other things that we're planning to do over there. So just be patient and we will get around to doing things one step at a time. As far as the constituency of the Northern Grenadines is concerned, I think we ought to work together closer as a people. We need to analyze where we've come from and where we're going. We need to look at the trend that is developing. Let me put it broadly this way. Unemployment would continue to increase in the Grenadines in particular, as a part of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as a constituency, the southern as well as the northern Grenadines, would face the challenge of employment if people does not think outside of the box and create job opportunities for themselves. And I say that to say that we have a very young workforce. All the government positions let me speak specifically to the Northern Grenadines. In the post office, in the revenue office, in the customs, in immigration, in the teaching profession, in the police force, most if not all of these jobs are filled by young, vibrant, well-educated young people. Most if not all of them would have at least 15 or 20 more years of service left in their working lifetime. Nobody in their right mind would choose to fire them for political reasons. So talking about changing government and changing what's happening in the Grenadines, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, with the education revolution that's taking place in this country now, we're producing younger, smarter, well-educated persons who are filling positions. But we also looking at the opportunities that are coming along with that training and education, where young people can merge their talents together and provide themselves the job opportunities creation. They think outside of the box. See how we can create a company that will do the accounting. See how we can create a company to do the marketing. See how we can create a company to do the designs and the construction and everything else, so that we don't have to import and be wholly dependent on central government.